I don't know where it started, but it's a norm. It's culture. Every girl or boy is afraid if they're overweight. It's engraved in us like a norm. It's like a sacred, being thin. I see an example of people who can't run away from it. I have a singer, a female singer, who was a representative of a woman who was like healthy, full, and now she became thin. It's just an example of like we're governed by this pressure by society. Yes, yes, some people are depressed because they can't be thin. And except for their diets, they also have to have a doctor and medication. Great, we have something to live for. Yes, sometimes it's very hurtful. It hurts life. I want to talk about some important dimension. The reason that it influences us so much and bothers us so much is because we are connected to our body. In our society, the body is connected to whoever you are. That, for example, I would come to see relatives. First thing the relatives say, you gain weight or lost weight? It's so connected to your opinion about yourself. How did we get to a state that our society deals so much with our body? And it's connected to who we are. Well, what can you do? If we don't see anything except this outer shell of a person, this is what happens. This is the problem. We don't see internally. And usually there's nothing to see. Then his body is it? What do we have in our life when we see each other? Anyway. Is it one of the reasons that we suffer from this subject? That our body is ourself? Yes, but who did it? The people who want to sell us. It's not that I did it. There's a system, it was very strong, powerful, industry, and it produces this. It's like you have a fashion industry. That each season you have to buy new things, throw out different things. Same thing with food. Today it's this, and next year it's different. If we would want to give practical advice for people who have a disorder in this subject, is there any way they can learn to have the right attitude to their body, to their self, maybe to pay less attention to these influences? Only in one condition, that he can organize his own small community, which in that community they would treat each other in accordance to the human qualities in each one, and not through this scale of body measurements. And also with that, they have to take care of their body so they're healthy. It has to be in the right way so the body can function. But not in a manner that I have to hold up to some standards that a person set up that for profit through food or sport gyms and fashion. We still don't have any proof in any way, as much as they pull the facts. We have no real evidence that something is positive or negative, causes harm or good. No fat or less, cholesterol, chocolate, candy. One person lays on the couch, one person runs around and does a lot of activity. It's very relative, in accordance to what his body demands. Of course, we have to somewhat rest, somewhat be active, But everything has to be balanced. I see these people in the morning, they exercise. I see these groups. To see them each morning and all day, they just deal with that. How many grams have I eaten? How many exercises have I done? So what? This way they live their life until they die. I talk to a lot of people. I can understand that dealing with food and nutrition, it gives the impression of control. We have a reality that seemingly we don't have control. Control has to be internally, not externally. If I want some slice of pizza, I can't afford myself. No, it's fatty and cholesterol and wheat. It's not whole wheat, and the cheese is this and that. Come on. To fill myself with all these worries? I don't want to hear this excuse that this is how it is today. No, I'm saying this in order for us to maybe come with some alternative state. I'm saying a person has to make sure he's bothered with something else, and then he'll eat what he needs. He doesn't need to deal how much I ran today, how many calories I ate today, where my belt closes. Yes, I think the issue is less the food, it's more us, what concerns us, how we see ourselves. I think the solution is in a different level. We need to bring a person to understanding the greatness of his life, the greatness of creation, the goal of creation, where he can develop what can be ahead of him. Then he can really feel himself as special, that he can change his life, he can attain during his lifetime things that are so special, so high. And that way he will leave all these stupid things of nutrition or diets, and naturally he would take care of himself with simple food. I saw myself also on my teacher, and on myself I see, as much as I advance in life, I need simpler food, a bit of meat, a bit of fish, 1 apple a day, I like. Something sweet from time to time, some cigarette from time to time. I'm not saying everything in the right portions. Also from here, also from there. To exercise a bit, to rest a bit, everything has to be. But if a person knows why is he living in these states, it's like a line that passes through everything, then everything is stabilized. Where the thoughts, there's the person. Everything comes from his thoughts. Maybe there's a willpower involved, that a person wants to control himself. No, it's wrong to have control. Control means I really want something, and I say no. I stop myself. Yes, this happens to people who can't eat something. No, let's deal with something else, and then it wouldn't be on our mind. That's it. If I have some problem, I don't have appetite, but I shouldn't get to a state where I have something bad, or I have a bad feeling that I don't have an appetite. No, a person who's filled in life, searching and developing, then food is for him. It's somewhere in the background.